So here's what's frustrating to me. A woman will go through menopause, her estrogen will drop, and when estrogen drops, everything shifts. Bones get thinner faster, the blood pressure starts to creep up, brain fog moves in, sleep disappears, moods change, energy crashes. But the answer that she gets, here's a pill for hot flashes, here's a pill for blood pressure, here's a pill for sleep. But nobody talks about things like food and how they can help all of these things, sometimes even better than the pills. Hey, if you are a woman over 60, you need to watch this video because in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 foods that you need to eat over 60 to protect your brain, your hormones, your blood pressure, and your bones. My name is Joel. I'm a registered nurse and a naturopath. And for over 20 years, myself and my wife, who also is a naturopath and deals with women's hormones, we have both heard thousands of women complain that they have been told that their hormonal issues are just natural occurrence of them getting older. When in reality, what they needed was these 5 foods that I'm going to talk about that they can get in their grocery store. Okay, so we're talking about 5 foods specifically chosen for what a woman's body needs after 60. Every single one supports your hormones, your blood, bones, your brain, and your blood pressure. And most of them support all 4. All right, number 1, ground flaxseed. If I could recommend only one food to a woman over 60, this is it. Flaxseed contains lignans. And lignans are plant compounds that greatly support estrogen balance. So when your estrogen drops after menopause, nobody told you that a seed could help fill part of that gap. So researchers explored flaxseed and menopausal symptoms. And what they observed was that women that included flaxseed in their daily routine experienced up to 50% less hot flashes. 50% from a seed. My goodness. Flaxseed is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3. Omega-3 supports your brain and your blood vessels and healthy inflammation response. They had a study in the Journal of Hypertension that showed ground flaxseed was associated with 10 points lower on the blood pressure. So 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, not the whole seed, ground. And you can grind it in a coffee grinder or a blender. And then you put it on oatmeal, a smoothie, and a salad, and eat it every day. And it is incredible for women's hormones. Number 2 is figs. Most women don't know this, but figs have more calcium per serving than any other fruit. 5 dried figs gives you 135 milligrams of calcium. So after menopause, your bone density begins to drop because estrogen used to help protect your bones. But now that your estrogen is lower, your bone density drops. So that puts you at risk for fractures and bone breaks anytime that you fall, which is the number 1 cause of putting people in the nursing home. So figs are also really rich in potassium. More potassium, in fact, than bananas. Potassium supports the process of pushing sodium out of your body. So less sodium lowers your blood pressure. And fiber also has a great source of fiber. And fiber supports your gut. Now, what's interesting about fiber and the gut is that the gut produces 90% of your serotonin. So when your gut is healthy, your mood is better, your sleep is better, and your thinking is clearer. Now, what I find interesting is that figs are mentioned over 60 times in the Bible. And in 1 Kings, Isaiah used a poultice of figs for healing. God didn't mention the fig tree by accident. He put healing properties in it on purpose. And now science is finally catching up to the things that God put in food for our healing. Number 3 is sesame seeds. So here's one almost nobody talks about for women. Sesame seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of calcium and zinc, both minerals that women over 60 desperately need. Calcium for your bones, zinc for your immune system, and both of those decline after menopause. So, sesame seeds contain sesamin, which is a compound that supports your healthy liver function. And your liver processes your hormones. So, when your liver is sluggish, your hormones get out of balance. You know, your estrogen, your cortisol, your progesterone, all of that. And so, supporting your liver helps to support your hormones. A study in the Yale Journal of Biology and Medicine observed that sesame oil was associated with blood pressure improvements comparable to some common pills that we're taking. And when participants stopped, their readings went back up. So sprinkle sesame seeds on everything: salad, stir fry, oatmeal, blend tahini into a smoothie. And tahini is just ground sesame seeds. I didn't know that my whole life. Number 4 is sweet potatoes. One medium sweet potato gives you over 500 milligrams of potassium. Again, more than a banana. But here's why sweet potato is especially important for women over 60. They're loaded with beta carotene, and your body turns beta carotene into vitamin A. Vitamin A supports your skin, your immune system, and your brain cells. So after menopause, collagen production slows down. Your skin becomes thinner, and your immune system weakens. So vitamin A from a whole food source supports all of those systems. It also helps support your blood sugar. As a complex carb, it gives you this slow, steady energy. So it's not a spike and a crash, because your blood sugar will maintain those complex carbs over a more steady period of time. And number 5 is pumpkin seeds. Every woman over 60 should have a bag of pumpkin seeds in her kitchen right now. They are the richest source of magnesium on the planet. And magnesium is the mineral that relaxes everything. Blood vessels relax, muscles relax. Like if you have leg cramps in the middle of the night, or you have trouble sleeping because of anxiety or stress, you've got to get you some pumpkin seeds. Most women over 60 are magnesium deficient, and nobody tells them. They're walking around with tight, cramping muscles and blood pressure that just will not give up. And so magnesium is very, very critical. Now, if you don't want pumpkin seeds and you just want a magnesium supplement, DM me and I'll send you a link for magnesium. It's in my showcase. So, in review, you got flax seeds supporting your hormones and your blood pressure. You got figs giving you calcium and potassium without dairy. You've got sesame seeds supporting your bones, your liver, and your blood pressure. Sweet potato feeding your skin and your brain and your energy. And pumpkin seeds flooding you with magnesium that your body has been begging for. You really deserved this list 20 years ago. I'm sorry nobody gave it to you, but you have it now. So save this video, share it with somebody that you know needs this. Again, if you'd like a full list of the supplements that I recommend, go to my showcase or DM me and I'll send you the link. If you'd like to join my blood pressure challenge or get my blood pressure resources, type BP in the comments below and I will send you those resources. Remember, genetics writes the recipe, but lifestyle bakes the cake. My name's Joel. Be your own doctor.